Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rob Young with Brian Shaw, bringing you the live action from Tomahawk Arena, where the Indian Hill Braves will be taking on the Mariemont Warriors in a CHL grudge match. Brian, it's going to be a great game. We're going to have the introduction of the players. Let's make sure after the introduction of the home team that we start talking about what the Braves have to do to have success after that loss to Reading the other night.
Sure, yeah.
So the Braves are coming into this game 2-1. No, they're 2-2, correct?
Yeah. The Braves have lost twice.
We're 2-2 coming in as they introduce the cheerleading squad for Mariemont.
Good Friday night crowd, Rob.
I think we're at full
the first
capacity.
thing you say.
I think there's about 3,300 people here tonight, standing room only.
It's Deer Park all over again, right? I'm looking at these freshmen and JV players turning their back.
This is great.
Yep. Looks like it's Hawaiian night here. Got some guys with the lays out.
And here comes our Braves starting lineup. Wyatt Walk, Senior Brian Lewis. Number 11, Ben Bader. Number 15, the big man, Jalen Thornton. And number 44, Johnny Baltimore. So, Brian, as we start looking at the game that's coming up here, Braves are coming off a loss to Reading.
Right.
Licking their wounds. You got to think they've got blood in their mouth. This should be a high up-tempo game for the Braves.
Yeah, I think for most teams in the CHL this year, it's a very evenly matched league. You know, I mean, I think Wyoming, Deer Park, who, by the way, play tonight, we're going to see which team's the better of those two. But I think for everybody else, it's just going to be a grind. I mean, every game you come into, and it usually is. I mean, let's face it, Madeira beats just about everybody in the league. Mariemont beats a lot of the teams in the league. But, it's. I think tonight for the Braves, turn the page and get used to the fact that you just got to come every night and compete or you can get beat.
So the Braves win the opening tip-off. Ben Bader brings it up across the timeline. You know, the one thing I noticed at the Reading game on Tuesday is that it was not the same kind of Reading team that we're used to seeing. So it was more of that grind type of defense that we see from the Tafts and the Hughes and those kind of teams, and the Deer Parks now.
Yeah.
So I really think the 4 teams in this league this year that people should be watching are going to be obviously Deer Park coming back off of an undefeated season, still undefeated in the CHL. They lost by just a couple to Taft the other night. As the Braves go up 2-0, is going to be Deer Park, Wyoming, Indian Hill, and Reading. I think Reading's going to be the surprise team.
Yeah, going to be a fun year. I wouldn't be surprised if the team that wins the league has 2 or 3 losses. Should be a lot of fun. Braves on the first possession doing what we would expect them to do. Mariemont has not rebounded the ball very well. Braves getting a second opportunity. And Jalen Thornton, amazing. We've talked about it before, but for a guy that doesn't play basketball year-round, just a good athlete, a great teammate, and a guy that understands the game. And he's got a chance to give them just terrific post play this year. Be basically this year's version of what Mick Oakes did last year, and maybe even better.
Yeah, Matt Reese is going to have his hands full. He might want to call 9 on your side to make sure that what he's going up against is actually a high school basketball player.
Yeah, good opportunity there. Wyatt Walks with the good look and open look. One of the things that you notice, too, about Mariemont, they're going to play hard, but not a real physically strong team. This is a younger team, primarily with the big players. Their bigs are young. So opportunity for Indian Hill to get some work done around the rim tonight.
Mariemont on the run here down the court. Baltimore's going to get his first foul.
Yeah, good job of Mariemont pushing the ball. Indian Hill not back, and they'll make you pay. 2 things I think for Mariemont that stand out to me. One is it's a pretty smart team. I mean, a lot of guys that I think know how to play, and they spread the ball around, and they find people. They play well together. The second thing, though, is that these are guys that are going to play hard. They're going to get on the floor and really not going to give you anything and going to test you on the other end, make you get back and be fundamentally sound. If the Braves are sound tonight and just play solid on defense, and the Braves take their time and make Mariemont play defensively for a little bit, and then hit the offensive boards, I think Indian Hill's going to have a good opportunity tonight to get another win.
Yeah, I think you're right, and obviously tonight we've got one of those juniors that were out of the game on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Amari White had his back.
Right.
He's an athlete. He brings a lot of energy to the court.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, that was a little bit of what was missing. For those of you that don't know, Trey Lopez is out with an ankle injury and probably won't be back until after the Goshen game. Right. Josh Young went out with a tear to his meniscus, had surgery on Tuesday, but was on the bench Tuesday night at 7:30 after going under surgery at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I think coaches were a little surprised.
That's commitment right there.
But he's out for two, maybe 3 weeks, so we should have him back in time for the Finneytown game. But we're missing those 2 players that are players that this team, as we go down the stretch, are going to need.
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen it on the other end. Great job by Jalen Thornton to get a switch and get a guy in position, and Braves unable to get him the ball at the basket.
That's great defensive play by Lackney. That'll be a turnover on the Braves as Amari Whitehead that we just talked about. This is a kid that's new to the program, still learning how Coach Birch runs his program. But he's full of energy. He's full of passion. Sometimes we need to curtail that passion a little bit, but I like the way he plays the game.
Yeah, I think it's just about understanding how to do what he does really well within the framework of what the team does really well. And once those things get matched up, I think he's going to be a star for him.
So it's a 5-7 game here with 4:38 left. The Braves are down by 2 to Baltimore, who's going to go up for his first 3, and it's off the mark. And Amari Whitehead gets the jump ball. It'll be Braves ball. Turnover on Mariemont.
Yeah, Amari Whitehead gives the Braves what this entire Mariemont team does. You notice a couple of tie-ups, guys on the floor. What we talked about with Mariemont playing hard. Amari Whitehead is a really good competitor, and that's the one thing that he gives the Braves immediately right out of the box.
And a nice pass by Wyatt to Whitehead for 2. So the Braves are tied it up 7-7 with a little over 4 minutes left. As Lackney brings it up to the timeline, he's guarded by the sophomore Walk. Got Ty Thornton, the freshman, in there.
I'll tell you what, love that kid.
Nice move by Max McGowan.
Yeah, McGowan, if you watch him tonight, there's never any emotion. He gets down on the floor, somebody runs him over, whatever, he just gets up and keeps playing. Very strong, very deliberate player, very skilled player.
Out to Thornton, who's off the mark. Baltimore with the rebound puts it in. It's a 9-9 game.
Yeah, good job by Johnny Baltimore just to be in the area, make it a commitment to go to the board. And, 6-7 in this league, good things are going to happen.
Great defense on by Thornton on number 15, who turns the ball over. That's Jake Brogerdon. And like you said, this Mariemont team really, they have 4 seniors, but none of them are out on the court right now, I don't think.
Yeah, transition year for Mariemont, not only with young players.
Walk off the mark, and that ball is going to go out of bounds on Mariemont. It'll stay under the Braves basket.
Yeah, not just with young players, but also new coaching staff. Jim Leon, legendary high school coach here in the Cincinnati area, state champion with the Woodward Bulldogs, now at Lakota West, and new coaches here at Mariemont.
Baltimore with a 3 off the mark, rebounded by Walk. Nice putback by Wyatt. Braves go up 11-9.
Yeah, one of the things I think you notice also about Mariemont, they put a lot of pressure on the ball. They really work to go out and pressure the perimeter. One of the things that leaves them susceptible to, given their size and their strength, is teams getting offensive rebounds. We've seen it the last couple of possessions for Indian Hill. Need to see a lot of that. A commitment to the offensive boards tonight. Indian Hill will be well served.
Walk up off the mark, rebounded by Mariemont. Mariemont in transition, down across half court. Nice rebound by Walk.
One of the things to watch for, too, tonight with Mariemont, Evan Sizer, really good mid-range player. Not strength at the 3-line or at the 10, but when he's in mid-range, he's really, really good.
Good defense by Bader.
Yeah, so you see more substitutions. The Braves so far have played, I believe, 8 players. And I think we'll see another at least 2, maybe 3 before the night's over.
Which is it? That's going to be on Bader for the reach. Be under the basket. Lackney will bring that ball in for the Warriors.
Yeah, we talk about staying solid. These Mariemont players not going to kill you with speed or athleticism, but they will show you the ball, and they're smart. They'll get you out of position, and Lackey does it there. Just stay solid.
Whitehead does a good job of cutting off the lane.
Yeah, good matchup. Matarese not looking to score the ball, certainly from the perimeter. So good opportunity for Thornton to get in the game and help.
Whitehead with the rebound. to Bader, who's bringing it up across midcourt and throws the ball away. So it'll be interesting to see
Braves trying to sub, I think, Wyatt for Ben. Unable to get him up to the scorer's table in time.
Whitehead with a takeaway up the court. Nice spin move, nice basket by Amari Whitehead.
No numbers. A spin right into the defense, no problem.
Well, Brian, I'm trying to play a little bit of double duty here for the team tonight, doing the announcing and trying to film for the team, and it's not working real well.
How about that? You must be you're like a drummer. You got one hand on everything.
Great defense by Amari Whitehead. This is why we need this kid in the game. He brings that energy level. He plays great defense.
Yeah, one of the things that the Braves this year, they've got some football players on this team, but with Trey Lopez out, there are only so many guys that have that real killer competitive mentality. Amari Whitehead is very unique in that regard for this team right now. They need him. There are only so many things Jalen can do being a post player, but to have a guy that's a wing player that can go out and make plays in the open floor, a big deal right now for the Braves because they can't always get tough ones. They need some easy ones. That's a tough one.
So at the end of one, the Braves are up 13-12. Very interesting first quarter.
Yeah, I think so. I think, good energy level. I think Mariemont showing you that they're going to compete. They're going to make you grind. They're going to make you earn the victory here at home. Interesting, in the last week, we look back just a week ago on Friday, Indian Hill at Madeira. Indian Hill with a nice job. Had a lot of guys on the floor. Josh played a big part in that game. The two young kids, Ty with the big couple of buckets, Trey with 3 big buckets. Indian Hill escapes with a narrow win at Madeira, but any win at Madeira is a huge deal. Doesn't matter what year it is, who's on the floor for either team. Then we go to Tuesday. Braves, as you mentioned, have that tough one on Tuesday at Reading. Very athletic Reading team, but nonetheless, tough loss there. Meanwhile, Mariemont is beating Madeira by 10 points. However, in the third quarter, that was a 20-point game. So it was really Mariemont had their way with Madeira on Tuesday night. So now these two teams get together. It's the round robin. We'll see how this goes. Good first quarter.
Lockney with the drive to the lane, gets shut down by Thornton and walk. Shot up, Whitehead with the rebound.
Yeah, nice play by Mariemont. That's a tough thing because Borgerding can hit that shot, and if they make you help to the degree they made Indian Hill help there, that's why we talk about being solid. Got him an open look. Nice job by Mariemont. Couldn't finish, but really nice offense.
Baltimore with a nice little hook and 2 points.
Yeah, glad to see the Braves get the ball to him. He's wide open, and if he catches it there, something good's going to happen. He's going to score it or he's going to find somebody else.
Ball out to Lockney. Lockney up off the mark. Whitehead with another rebound. The Braves coming down to their offensive end with Thornton. The fun part about early in the season is there's not a lot of film on any of these guys.
Nice
pull up by Baltimore to put the Braves up 17-12.
Yeah, so one of the things what you love about that is one of the things I think the Braves figured out this week with regard to Mariemont. They really close out hard and they close out high. Johnny Baltimore taking advantage of the scouting report, showing it and going to the basket, pulling up for that mid-range. And
that was a great takeaway by Thornton underneath the basket. Watch in. Amari Whitehead tries to save it, but he gets out of bounds before he gets rid of the ball. Great effort by Whitehead. And coming into the game for the Braves is going to be Summerall, another sophomore.
Yeah, 9th player used so far by the Braves. And, Rob, we talked about it before. This is a new type of approach for the Braves to get deep into that bench. Really helps them as we get later into the contest. Mariemont will also play more than 10 players tonight, so very helpful.
Nice basket over Whitehead by Steffens. It's a 14-17 game. The Braves lead with 5:30 left here in the first half. Thornton drives in, picks his dribble up, gets it out to Baltimore, who's able to hold on to the errant pass.
Yeah, one thing you saw there, Rob, is just how many guys collapse in there. Got to be opportunities to step into shots when that many guys collapse.
Summerall up off the mark, rebounded by Mariemont. Off the mark is Matarese, rebounded by Baltimore. Thornton with the ball inside, dishes it off to Baltimore, who's up and in for a 2.
Yeah, I love that. If the guards can get it to these two guys, Baltimore and Thornton, they are very unselfish. They'll find guys that are open.
Rebound by Whitehead, who pushes the ball up the court quickly inside, dishes it to Summerall, who goes up and puts it in. Great pass by Whitehead. 21-14 game with 4:30 left here in the half. Thornton cuts off the lane, causes a turnover by Mariemont. It'll be Indian Hill ball. Colton Brewer in for the Braves, giving Whitehead a rest.
Yeah, looks like Mariemont is going to take a timeout. Talk about it right now. They are just on the offensive end. Well, yeah, on the offensive end, just completely out of sync. And defensively, a lot of that collapsing and that, double teaming people and leaving people and helping without the need for it, opening up some great opportunities for Indian Hill, who's passing the ball really, really well right now. So I think Mariemont wants to consider that approach. That approach actually worked the entire game against Madeira, unbelievably. But this is a different night, different team. The Braves coming out, guys making good decisions and playing together. Colton
Brewer?
Yeah, Colton Brewer is going to jump out. That Sam Richardson, so that's going to be number, I believe, 10 and 11 for the Braves tonight.
Thornton
And, Rob, this ought to be the kind of game where you can do that because, again, we're not dealing – this is a very sound team, very aggressive team, play hard. They're very solid, but they're not guys that are going to run you out of the gym or jump you out of the gym. And I think tonight for the Braves to be able to come out with numbers is a really good thing. It's one of those detail nights. Can you go out and play hard for 3 minutes and do all the things you're being asked to do?
Baltimore up with the 3, off the mark. Rebound by Colton Brewer, who gets 2 points. Braves are up 23-14.
Yeah, the way guys move around and help and kind of leave their responsibilities on defensive rebounding a little bit. Colton Brewer doing a great job taking advantage of that. Mariemont, they play man, but it almost feels like a zone.
I was going to say, they're playing this man. I think you're going to see them at halftime switch to a zone because when they do that help side coverage, it leaves too many Braves that are athletes able to do something.
Yeah, you can see, too, backdoor opportunities presenting themselves for the Braves. they'll figure that out at some point. That'll just add to the
Summerall
opportunity.
up, off the mark, rebounded by Braves.
Rob, I was at a basketball game on Wednesday where Colin Shaw and the Swarthmore Garnet out-rebounded their opponent by 40 rebounds. Out-rebounded them 63-23.
And what was the final score?
They won by 25, but I've never seen anything like that.
And that's going to be a foul on Mariemont.
Great take. You can see it in the camera. Number 13, Ty Thornton, walking around, putting his head down a little bit. But you know what? That was a great read by him. Again, Mariemont players, they really close out a little harder than their athleticism allows and a little higher than they should. Ty Thornton doing a great job taking the ball to the basket. Those are going to fall.
Nice cut by Richardson, just unable to hold on to the ball. And Summerall is going to get called for the foul there.
Yeah, great cut, great find, too. Love to see the Braves sharing the ball the way they are right now. The decisions are really, really good offensively.
Whitehead will be back in for Summerall. Nope, Summerall's staying in. Brewer's coming out.
Rob, the other thing you notice, everybody doing something. I mean, you know, you look at all the kids on the floor right now, and everybody has done something. You look at the guys without the warm-ups on the bench. All of them have done something to contribute.
Nice shutout by Whitehead and Richardson.
Yeah, Braves, as this game goes on, I think they're going to figure out that they can just stay solid. Don't need to try to make the great play defensively.
Baltimore's blocked. Takeaway by Jalen Thornton, and then a foul by number 11 for Madeira. With a minute 49, the Braves are up 23-14 on this Friday night here at Tomahawk Arena.
Yeah, Jalen Thornton. Poor Jalen Thornton just getting knocked down like that. Can you believe it?
I can't believe he gets knocked down.
Well, that's the point. Yeah, I mean, I watch that guy go to the floor. I'm almost surprised he got the call. It was clearly a foul, but you know how officiating is with kids that are strong like that. Sometimes I think they give you the impression they think other kids can foul the heck out of them just to even things up. Nice call.
Turnover by the Braves. Whitehead comes down the court.
How in the world did he save that, Rob? That's unbelievable.
That's called athleticism.
And a lot of determination, too. That was great hustle.
Another foul on Mariemont.
Yeah, minute 12 left here in this first half, and opportunity for the Braves right now to really put some distance between themselves and Mariemont the way things are going.
Whitehead with the rebound.
Yeah, there's just so much help and there's so much pressure on the ball that this Mariemont team really tough time rebounding the basketball on the defensive end.
Thornton
That's
in.
trouble.
And they get a block, and he's going to be shooting two.
Yeah, smart play by Jalen. You know, if they're going to guard you like that, take the ball to the basket, you'll get rewarded. And the help there, but just not square.
23-14 game. The Braves are up 23-14 with 39 and a half seconds left in this first half. Jalen Thornton at the line, shooting two. Colton Brewer will check in for Thornton after he shoots and makes it. Braves go up 24-14. It's now a 10-point.
Rob, if you get in the weight room like Jalen Thornton does, I suspect you're probably going to get a couple of free throws that are going to bank in. You might be long with a couple of them.
And those that think banking hours are over at 5, not in Indian Hill. Banking hours are open at least until 9 o'clock on Friday nights. Brian Lewis in the game for the Braves.
I'm okay with Amari standing behind right here and encouraging that pass.
Nice block by Thornton. Thornton pushes the ball up. 7 seconds to go. He's up, and he's going to get the charge. That's young basketball player, aggressive. I like to see it.
Right.
Got to learn that when that guy's in that lane, you got to do a move around him.
Yeah, well, you think about the play there and what they give up and what they might get in February, March. With that, just a learning process. I just love the fact that these guys are out on the floor making contributions and competing. And really learning, to your point, Rob, what to do, how much time is left, where your teammates are.
So the Braves are up 24-14 after 2 here at Tomahawk Arena. As they go into the locker room, what are a couple points that we think the Braves need to work on in the second half to extend this lead? Well,
I think the Braves learned in the first half, if you just stay solid, you don't need to leave your feet, you don't need to lunge, you don't need to overplay, you just need to be solid, you're better. The second thing is, I think from an offensive standpoint, every time the ball gets into the middle of that defense, people collapse to the point where the shots are available and the closeouts are so hard. The opportunity to take the ball to the basket and get good things is right there for the Braves. Yeah. Should be a good second half.
So, folks, we've got 9 minutes and 57 seconds to the whistle for the second half. We'll be back here in about 9 minutes, bringing you the live action here at Tomahawk Arena. I'm Rob Young with Brian Shaw on IHTN Sports Network on the YouTube. We'll see you in a little bit.
From the IHTN studios, it's Braves Beat.
What up, Braves? Welcome to this week's episode of Braves Beat. I'm Ethan Higgins.
And I'm Sailor Betts.
We've got some news to cover.
So let's jump right into it.
This past week, boys basketball defeated Madeira in an exciting battle of the CHL with a score of 40-37. Ty Thornton hit a game-winning shot as time was winding down to put the Braves up by 1. Be sure to come out to the home boys basketball game tonight against Mariemont and what should be another very exciting game. As usual, JV starts at 6 and varsity tip-off will take place at 7:30.
As for the girls basketball team, they beat Talawanda at home by 60 points, 83-23 on Monday, and also humiliated Mariemont on Wednesday, 67-29. Their performance has earned them a spot in the voting for Cincinnati's Team of the Week, and junior Maddie Antonucci for Cincinnati's Player of the Week. Be sure to vote for our Braves. The link will be in the description.
Congratulations to Indian Hill's John Mark Williams, who was chosen as Outstanding Wrestler of the 2018 Ryle Raider Rumble. Speaking of wrestling, your IH Braves wrestlers took on Ross and Coleraine yesterday and were able to split the wins. Great job. Now let's check in with Sailor and Lena for the wrap-up of the fall season.
What's up, Braves Nation? I'm Lena Bruscato.
And I'm Sailor Betts.
And we're here with your IH Fall Sports Wrap-Up.
Girls tennis finished their season with a 12-3 record, all 3 losses being 3-2. More players from IH qualified for state than from any other team.
Girls soccer had another dominant season, which they finished as state champs for the 2nd year in a row. Seniors finished their high school careers with a 2-peat in the OHSAA Women's State Soccer Tournament.
As the IH men's soccer team had the 5th hardest schedule in the state, it was a challenging but well-executed season. The Braves got a 2 seed in the tournament but lost in the sectional final to McNick.
Our Braves field hockey team had quite an accomplished season as well. They won 5 games, including a win over rival Summit once, and 2 wins over rival Talawanda.
The boys golf team had a successful season. The team finished 3rd in the CHL, and Peter and Trey both qualified for the district tournament. The highlight of the season was the CHCA Invitational Tournament, when the team played some of the best golf of the season and finished second out of 15 teams.
We can't forget about our running Braves on the boys and girls cross-country teams. They had an extremely eventful and accomplished season, competing in meets across the state of Ohio. 3 of the XC Braves even made it to the state meet, where Benjamin Bayless got 7th, Nolan Heffernan got 54th, and Elizabeth Whaley got 70th.
The volleyball girls had a great season, led by seniors Haley Henry and Katie Becker. Making it to the sectional semifinals, the girls destroyed almost every team in the CHL.
Indian Hill Cheerleading has had a great fall season with a clean sweep at this year's CHL competition and qualification for nationals at the annual Bluegrass Regionals competition in Lexington in both their traditional routine and their game day routine.
Our Indian Hill football team had an exciting and successful season, facing off with rival Wyoming twice at the end of the season. Making it to the second round of state playoffs, the Braves finished their season strong with an overall record of 9-3 and only 1 loss at home.
Thanks, Sailor and Alina. Now let's head over to Jake and Mark to find out what's going on in the IH hallways.
I'm Demetrius Vela here, and I'm going to solve a math equation for you.
Why is Ohio State so good this year?
Tremendous coaching, an all-around good sophomore class.
How is that wrong? Oh, you got multiply. You got to multiply.
Tell you my college basketball picks. I got Duke, Michigan, Virginia, Gonzaga, North Carolina. Those are my main teams.
I think Michigan will go to challenge, but the coaching expertise of Ohio State, I think, will prevail.
Baylor.
Don't listen to me. He's a buffoon. No, I said buffoon. I said buffoon.
You all might have noticed the art gallery in the front lobby these past 2 weeks. Students in Visual Fundamentals, Studio Art, Photography, and AP Studio Art are displaying their favorite pieces from their first semester. Today is the last day of the show, and awards will be given out each class, and overall favorite will also be selected.
This Sunday, there will be a Kids Fed packing session from 1 to 3 in the front lobby of the high school. Students can earn white community service hours by participating. The sacks of food being packed will help kids over the longer holiday break, so we need all hands on deck.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Let's check out this week's TikTok winner.
Hit or miss, I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend, I bet he doesn't kiss ya. He gon' find another girl and he won't miss ya. He gon' skirt then hit the dab like Wiz Khalifa.
The conclusion of the first semester will mark the end of the TikToks of the week and Hot Ones weekly segments. Thanks for watching while they lasted.
Last week, the student body raised funds for cancer research in support of the Madeira athletic director by selling shirts and holding a raffle at last Friday's away basketball game. Student body president Connor Morris agreed to be taped to the cafeteria wall in support of the cause. Students bought strips of tape for $1 each and put it over Connor. Sadly, the tape was not strong enough to hold him there.
Next week, there will be a unique schedule for exams. On Monday, we will have a skinny flex bell schedule. On Tuesday, the first period exam will be held from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. This will be followed by a 30-minute break and then the second period exam from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The same schedule follows for the rest of the week, with third and fourth period on Wednesday, fifth and sixth period on Thursday, and seventh period and makeup exams on Friday. Good luck, Braves.
Due to popular demand, we interviewed British Ethan about how he became so sick at everything. Let's take a look.
I am God to these people. So, what inspired you to create such a critically acclaimed masterpiece such as the beautiful commercial for Arby's?
What was the question again? The question isn't really what inspired me, it's who inspired me, and that would be me.
Well, how does it feel to be loved by everyone?
It's easy. I've been loved by everyone since I was born.
Last and probably most important question that I or any reporter will ever ask. What is your favorite color?
What is my favorite color is an extremely subjective question, and it looks like it's time for me to meditate. We gotta take a break. People ask me why I don't talk in class, and I just say it's because I'm a quiet person, but that's not true at all. It's because I am better than them, and they don't deserve anything to do with me.
Thanks, Ethan.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, and email us with any school updates.
Study hard and good luck on exams, everyone.
Thanks for watching Braves Beat this first semester, and as always, stay classy, Indian Hill.
We just want to ask a few questions. Yeah. What are you doing to prepare for exams?
I didn't study, but I think I'm ready, but I don't know if I'm ready or not. I didn't study, and I don't know if I'm ready, and didn't.
Eating Oreos. Procrastinating.
Studying hard. That's the real one right there. You and me, what are you putting on the AP capstone exam this year?
The same thing I put on last year.
They're making food. I'm hungry. Can I have some food?
There we go. Welcome back, folks. I'm Rob Young here at Tomahawk Arena, where the Indian Hill Braves leave the Mariemont Warriors 24-14 here on a Friday night in the second half, where the Braves start with the ball. In for the Braves, you have Johnny Baltimore, Brian Lewis, Wyatt Watch, Jalen Thornton, and Ben Bader. So, Brian, the Braves have started with the ball this half. Baltimore goes in. Nice spin move, a little off the mark. Warriors are going to push the ball up the court. And they call Lewis for the block.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, have somebody to say hi to. Jeff Ennis out at Lake Wapapasaga.
And where is Lake Wapapasaga?
Exactly. It's up in, I believe, New Hampshire. Okay. Not far from where Brewster Academy is. Jeff Ennis, the uncle of Garrett Ennis, continues to watch the games. Weather's kind of iffy up there right now. Originally from Swarthmore, Pennsylvania. He's watching tonight. Just like to say hello to him. He's the one. When we get the demographics and we show we got one guy watching in New Hampshire, that's him.
Well, I know we've got a couple in the Hudson area watching it.
Right.
Though the one in Hudson is probably disappointed because her grandson is sitting the bench and is worried about his knee. And then I'm sure that Colin Shaw's grandparents, who didn't miss a single game last year, are probably watching a little bit tonight.
Yeah, they might be watching. I know he's watching. He's at college and he's watching his Braves. So, Colin Shaw, your boys are playing well. They're making you proud. And if you have anything for us you want to text, get on the air. Any commentary about your Braves and all your old teammates, just give it to us and we'll make sure we get it on.
Brian Lewis with his first attempt off the mark. Second attempt for Lewis.
Yeah, as it turns out, Mom and Dad are watching. I'd like to say hello to Mom and Dad in Hudson, Ohio.
No. I'm going to say hello to Mom in Hudson, Ohio.
Absolutely. Ben Bader, I know his grandparents watch down in Florida. Johnny Baltimore got relatives down in Puerto Rico and up in Michigan that watch on a regular basis.
Two ways to get to this game. You go to the YouTube YouTube, search for the channel IHTN1. If you're watching tonight, you probably already know that. But another way to get to it, to get the word out to the rest of the world that this is always a live streamed event for the Braves, is www.ihbraves.org. That's our sports page, athletic page, and there is always a link there to get to the YouTube channel.
Good two-handed rebound by Johnny Baltimore.
Got Ben Bader giving it to Thornton. Lewis loses the ball but keeps it. He's now doubled, and Tony reaches in for the foul. That'll be the second one on Mariemont. Whitehead's going to come in for Lewis.
Yeah, Braves doing a great job right now. Make Mariemont guard you. This has nothing to do with slowing the game down or taking the air out of the ball or anything like that. This has to do with making them guard you so you can get something easy. At least that's the idea. Mariemont's task right now, just to stay focused for 30, 45 seconds, whatever it is. Have a good defensive possession, end it with a rebound.
And there's that. Mariemont's down, quickly taken away by Baltimore in the lane.
Yeah, great job by Ben Bader, knowing who he's dealing with, a 6'5" post player, trying to make a pass in transition. Ben Bader doing a nice job.
Nice feed to the inside to Baltimore. Mariemont's going to try to bring this ball up quickly.
Yeah, good patience by Johnny, and good strength to finish. Johnny really changing his game this year to give his team, something from all parts of the floor. They've done a great job around the basket.
Mariemont's up off the mark. Baltimore with the rebound to Bader, bringing it up across midcourt for the Braves. In for the Braves right now, you've got the sophomore Thornton just manhandles his defender and puts it up.
Yeah, Jalen asking for the foul there, but great job to finish. And very, very good patience again for the Braves.
Ball's loose. Wyatt gets it and gets the foul. He'll be shooting two. I like how aggressive the Braves are playing and how high up tempo, but they're playing under control. They're moving that ball around. If we go back to that play with Thornton, that was a great feed in. Matteries comes out to cut him off. He takes his time, makes a move to the left, moves to the right, and then backs him down and turns around and puts it right up over top.
Yeah, I think the Braves figured out they've got some opportunities just with the ability to just be patient, be solid, and just beat the other guy. And I think the Braves figuring that out, not trying to do too much, and certainly not in a hurry right now. Speaking of not in a hurry, it's my favorite in that regard. You cannot speed up Wyatt walks.
Thornton's coming in for the big Jalen Thornton. Braves playing a little full court press. Mariemont gets it to their offensive side. Lackney setting it up. Whitehead with the rebound. The Braves are up 30-16 as they extend this lead. We talked about it at the beginning of the game. Great feed to Baltimore. Gets a little deep, but does a nice step around the defender, and Mariemont's going to call another timeout.
Yeah,
we're up by 16. We talked about it before the game that patience, discipline would win this game for the Braves. They were a little sloppy in the early part of the game. Came back in the second quarter, played good basketball, good defense, and they've come out here and extended their lead to 16 points.
Yeah, Braves doing a good job getting great shots, and their post players doing a terrific job being patient once they get the ball. Really not a lot there to challenge, Johnny. just a matter of repositioning, being patient, showing the ball, and then going up when he's ready and being strong. Yeah, Braves right now, I think just talking about staying solid on the Mariemont side, boy, so much to talk about. Particularly, again, when you're a team that does a lot defensively, chasing the ball, I mean, you really can get out of position and really get yourself in trouble. Mariemont right now having a hard time in that regard. But, again, Rob, how about the Braves defense? 16 points. That doesn't come by accident. Doing a good job being solid, doing a good job finishing it with a rebound. Not a whole lot of second shots tonight for Mariemont.
Braves bringing the full court press again. Warriors are trying to be patient with the ball. You got Mateo Lopez in, Trey's younger brother, who's a sophomore, who had a spectacular night the other night, draining 3 threes against Madeira.
Yeah, it makes it so easy for the Braves, too, to be in help side from the post position when you can always stand behind the guy. Braves just not, Mariemont not in a position to make the Braves come out in three-quarter, much less stand in front.
Difference in this game over Tuesday's game is we're going to that inside game. When you go to that inside game and are successful, it opens up that outside shot. Thursday we were coming down one-shot possessions and missing.
Yeah.
I think we were probably from the field overall on Tuesday night about 46-47%, which when you're that low, you can't win a game.
Well, it all comes down, we talked about these three teams, Mariemont, Indian Hill, and Madeira, all playing each other within the last week. And, it really does come down to matchups, though. As far as saying who's a better team, that's kind of hard to do. But matchups, this clearly is a good matchup for Indian Hill.
And Bader throws that one away. There'll be a turnover on the Braves. The Braves are up 32-18. With 1:48 left here in the third quarter. And Wyatt's going to come back in. Baltimore's coming back in.
Yeah, Coach Birch putting some experience back on the floor right now. And Rob, we talked about it. A lot of guys that are upperclassmen on this team, but those that have played are in different roles now, and many of the upperclassmen really haven't played significant minutes before.
Mari gets his own rebound twice. Gets knocked down. It's going to be a foul on Matteries. Whitehead will be at the line. He had 3 rebounds in that short span of time. Putting it up, finally got the
You almost get the sense he was just padding his stats there. He could have put it in right away.
I don't disagree.
Mari doing a great job. And I think right now, really for a new guy, new to the program, earning a lot of trust and a lot of respect from his teammates with how hard he plays and all the little things that he does to help them make winning plays.
That's his 5th point of the night. His 6th point of the night. And Mariemont takes another timeout here, Brian. Any word on the Wyoming game from Mr. Church or anybody over there that you might know?
No, nothing yet. Let's take a look, though, at the Cowboy Twitter. It should be a good game, though. I'll tell you what, I don't know what's going on right now at Deer Park. It looks like they're not playing as many guys as they did last year. At least not as many guys with significant minutes that they got last year. And Mark Wise could be the best player in this CHL in a long time, maybe ever. Damani McIntyre, though, don't underestimate the importance of what he brought to that team last year. That was a real lion on that team and a leader. And so tough to replace him. They've got a lot of parts, but I know Mark Wise didn't look like played the other night against Taylor. They beat Taylor by 8, but that's not how I think people would have expected it to go. So we'll see tonight at Wyoming. Wyoming looks like they came back right away off that football state championship and not playing for a long time. Looks like they came back ready to go.
Whitehead with and he goes up. Nice lay-in by Whitehead. Braves are up 38. 36-18. That's going to be off the mark. Whitehead in there trying to get the rebound again.
Yeah, Mari Whitehead, beneficiary on that last one. A great pressure, great ball pressure by the Braves, having to be in the right place. Great finish, but down on the other end, on the floor again. Mari Whitehead giving his teammates a lot of reason to appreciate him.
46 seconds left in this quarter as the Braves lead 36-18. And Whitehead's going to get called for his first foul. Four fouls apiece for the teams.
I thought I heard a whistle.
Whitehead with his own rebound goes up, gets fouled.
Yeah, Mari Whitehead right now just out hustling everybody on the floor. Love the fact he's getting to the line, too. So good for the team. Get to the line, start to accumulate those fouls against Mariemont. We're already at 5 team fouls here.
Colton Brewer in for Baltimore.
Sam Richardson back in the game. Sam Richardson, I think one of those great teammates as far as keeping people loose in practice, and a guy that's just a lot of fun.
And you brought it up, we've got 5 seniors on this team, but only 2 of them saw any kind of significant playing time last year. Sam Richardson saw some, but outside of that, Whitehead with another rebound.
Yeah, and even the 2 that played a lot last year, Ben Bader and Johnny Baltimore, it's a little different, when defenses are geared to stop
Nice
it.
feed by Bader into Brewer, who scores. And the Braves are going to take a 22-point lead. What a difference a halftime makes.
Yeah, it's a good night for the Braves. Braves getting it done a lot of different ways, and a lot of guys making contributions. And, one of those nights I think Rob does 2 things. One, I think from just a league standpoint, shows a little separation. Indian Hill with the win last week against Madeira. Tough-fought, hard-fought game. Tonight they come here at home and put together a really good game against Mariemont with a score right now that's a little lopsided, so you start to see a little separation for Indian Hill, whereas we come out of Tuesday night and you're thinking, well, they're kind of in the pack. Well, tonight they've answered and doing a good job in that regard. But even more than that, I just love the fact that so many guys are involved in doing something positive for their team. I just think it just brings them closer together. Shouldn't be any hurt feelings, shouldn't be anybody upset about anything. And then you think about the fact that they get 2 guys that are 2 of their better athletes that are going to give them so many different things that they can do as a team. that are going to come back. Josh Young looks like he's going to be back in a couple of weeks. Same thing with Trey Lopez. The key for them right now, be good patients, do what you're asked to do so that your recovery can be quicker. And now you're talking about the Braves really having 11, 12, 13 guys they can put on the floor.
Yeah, I think it's, what'll be interesting to see when Josh comes back, and obviously Trey, but I liked the other night when you had, against Madeira, when you had Whitehead and Young out on that court, probably two of the biggest jumpers in this league from as far as a vertical. We may have the Fly brothers playing for us sometime this year.
Yeah. And if those two guys are doing what they're capable of doing and they do it within the context of what the team is trying to do so that it's additive and it doesn't disjoint, you got something really, really special there.
Well, in high school basketball what happens when you got one guy or two guys that are up in the air, pulling down big rebounds, and then coming down the other end of the court, getting an alley-oop and throwing it down. It gets the student section excited. It shuts the other student section down.
Yeah, I like this with the bench being extended, Rob. We talked about it before. I mean, there have been years past where it's like if a guy's going through a little bit of a rough patch or maybe not even doing what he's being asked to do, it's really hard to pull him off the floor. We've had teams before where you pull a guy off the floor and the scoreboard changes significantly and, whatever. Right now, I just don't feel like that's the case, so I think the accountability gets better for the team. The other thing is, it's really tough to play some of the teams Indian Hill does. Hughes, Taft, Woodward, some of the guys that bring deep benches and don't play a real skill game. It's more of an up and down, just, wear you down physically type of game. Well, if you're playing a lot of guys can go in, they can play hard for 3 or 4 minutes, come out, and it's amazing what it does for these guys to make them strong late in the game, and they can make plays. So it's good for everybody, plus the morale of the team and everybody engaged and everybody fighting together. It's a real good situation.
Out to Baltimore, who's off the mark. But Thornton's going to get the rebound. He's going to go up, and he's going to draw the foul. He'll be shooting too.
Yeah, amazing.
Great inbounds play.
Yeah, great acumen, too, by Jalen Thornton to show the ref a little something. Almost made the ref make that call. Sure, he was fouled. But again, we talk about it, a lot of times guys are physically a little bit stronger than somebody else. A lot of things don't get called. Jalen Thornton doing a good job. For a guy that doesn't play a lot of basketball, make that referee make the call. And that's not just helpful here with him getting 2 shots. Now we're up to 16 fouls. We got another 7 minutes left.
Well, what everybody has to remember is Jalen Thornton is a national letter of intent signee with West Virginia to play offensive or defensive line.
Right.
And to top it off, he's 6'2", 260, and he moves on the floor with light feet.
Yeah, Braves been blessed. Last couple of years, guys that are really good teammates, really good competitors and athletic that are football players. Last year, the year that Mick Oakes gave us. And, I mean, look at him now. He's out on Sizer, who's a point guard, and keeping him in front.
They're going to call Lewis for a foul on that. I like that play by Brian. Good aggressive defense.
I say you got a little relief on your huddle or your taping. Matthew Veith helping out. That's a guy right there. That's a rim protector, and that's an offensive transition player right there, Rob, if I've ever seen one. He's in waiting, just a sophomore.
He's going to be good.
Yeah. You agree with that, Matthew? You on board with that?
He says yes.
Unfortunately, he doesn't know what we said, but he should agree with it. Loves the game of basketball, and he's going to be really, really good.
Whitehead's going to get called for a foul. Or are they going to call it on the floor? No, they call it on the floor on Baltimore. It's not on the shot, so it'll be out of bounds again. 16 foul for the Braves. I thought they were calling Whitehead for that. which I was going to say was not a good call. I didn't see what was going on underneath the basket. Whitehead is the recipient of a tip ball. Lost control of it. Thornton gets it for him. Bader feeds it into Baltimore, who puts a nice little roll-in layup for the Braves as they go up 42-20.
Yeah, the experience is really showing right now in this game, and also the physical strength. Braves with 3 guys on the floor right now that are basketball-only guys, really, really skilled guys, really good basketball players, but they're paired with a couple of really, really good athletes, football players, guys that know how to compete, and it's a beautiful thing to watch right now.
Jalen's going to be called for the foul there. That will be his, I believe that is his 3rd foul. So he'll come out, take a break. They bring in Summerall, another sophomore out there for us.
Yeah, Braves with a really good-looking future group of players. Got a freshman team with quite a few guys I think that will make an impact. A number of sophomores. Mateo Lopez, Charlie, Luke Robinson. We talked about Matthew. Got a lot coming up. Of course, Ty Thornton, who's on the floor right now. Or not on the floor right now, but has been tonight.
Whitehead drives in, dishes it up off the mark. Mariemont with the rebound.
Yeah, Braves tomorrow night are going to go down to Boone County. Big school, usually a really physical team. Flex offense, make you work.
Clear out foul on Mariemont. That'll be their 7th team foul. We shoot 1-on-1.
That's always a fun trip. It's always a fun Saturday night in December. So Braves will go down there and play Boone County, and then I don't believe anything until next Friday when they come back here and play Taylor.
Well, it's exam week. They've got a fairly light practice schedule planned for the week, but school's out a little early, so that'll help. And they get a break until Friday where they'll take on Taylor here at home.
Yeah. So when they come back and Taylor on the 21st, going to be a full house with alumni, guys from college back. Going to have Colin Shaw sitting courtside. Tennyson Holmes with him.
You got Marco Fiore over there right now.
Marco Fiore, you know, Marco Fiore got a jump on it. Marco Fiore was back for the Madeira game last Friday. Had the pleasure of sitting with him. Going to probably have the Eichholz boys back in town. Dawson Eichholz coming off that big season with Johns Hopkins football, losing by 8 points, which is a really good day's work up at Mount Union in Alliance, Ohio, in the national semifinal. Going to have Zarian Hunter-Cure here. It's going to be a full house. I think the only guy I'm worried about is will we see Nick Oakes, given the fact that UC is in a bowl game. Hopefully he'll be out here on Friday night.
I'm guessing Nick Oakes will be MIA until Monday. I think the Bearcats only get Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, which is Christmas, and then I think they fly out on the 26th to their bowl game.
I got you.
But don't hold me to that.
Well, it's the best
The fact
time.
that he's here in town, the question is, will the UC coaching staff sequester them on campus where they're not allowed to leave campus on Friday night. If they're allowed to leave campus on
sure
Friday
he'll be
night,
here.
Mick
Yeah.
will be here.
Yeah.
It's only a 10-minute drive.
We hope he's here, but regardless, it's the best. It's the best night of the year. All these guys coming back and supporting the young guys and being there in the crowd. I know we're going to get a good effort from this year's Braves on Friday night, December 21st against Taylor.
3:30 left. Mariemont up with another shot.
One thing I'll say about that, though, Rob, I don't think the older guys that are coming back are looking for like an overtime game. They'd like the Braves to get it done in regulation because most of those guys have not had Skyline Chili in 3 months, 4 months.
Well, the good thing is that game's here, not in Taylor.
Yes. Yeah.
So just a warning to Skyline Chili on Montgomery Road, be prepared. Because the alumni will be out and the team will be out.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy.
So I wasn't able to find anything on the Wyoming Deer Park game. Braves are up by 26. This is a great rebound game for them coming off that loss to Reading. Playing good fundamental basketball tonight. Forcing Mariemont to take kind of one-and-done shots.
Yeah, Braves obviously winning the battle of the boards. I don't know what it is, but it's big tonight. And as we talked about, I mean, that's really the way to separate teams. I mean, as far as physicality, as far as experience, and fundamentally just being solid. I mean, Braves doing a great job in that regard.
Well, you got to think that maybe Mariemont came in here thinking this was going to be a lot tighter of a game.
Yeah.
After one quarter, you would have thought that they were probably right. Second quarter was very clear the Braves were here to play. Third quarter, they extended their lead after coming out of halftime significantly, and now they've extended it to a 26-point lead. It's actually the first good offensive move that we've seen Mariemont have. Summerall's out on the court.
Yeah, Mariemont's a good team. Mariemont's going to win quite a few CHL games this year. I think you got to give the Braves credit for what they were able to do coming out tonight. They're able to exploit quite a bit. Every team is going to give you something. Braves just happen to take advantage of it tonight. I look across the...
Nice feed by Thornton into Lopez. Lopez gets it back outside to Colton Brewer, who puts up a three and drains it.
I think Colton's 2 for 2. I remember one against Anderson in the corner in front of the Anderson bench. I remember him taking 2, and he's made both of them. I was going to say, I look across and I see John Mattery's WCPO Consumer Reports. And you know what, Rob, it doesn't matter if you're down by 20, what is it, 27 right now? Am I reading that? Is that right, 49? Yeah. Doesn't matter if you're down 27. Whenever you're watching your son play basketball, you're enjoying it. So that's $6. He did not waste his money.
That is true.
That was well worth the $6.
Nice feed by Brewer into Lopez, who cuts the lane in half and takes us to a 51-22 game with a minute 40 left. Rebound Lewis.
Yeah, I love the minutes right now. Not only the minutes, but the guys that are on the floor right now. Ty Thornton and Mateo Lopez, 2 of the better offensive options right here for the Braves. I know it's only a minute and they're going to run it down here, but love the fact these guys are out here. They're playing together.
Thornton goes in, gets the foul and the follow through. It'll be a 3-point play if he can make this shot at the line.
Yeah, and you can see his teammates excited because every little bit of confidence and experience that he gives is just going to make life easier for them when they get to February and March. Good night here at Indian Hill. 55 seconds left. The Braves up.
54-22. It's a 20.
And the players getting a lot of experience.
32-point game. Nice turnaround jumper for number 25. I don't see him on the roster. Nice feed put in by Thornton.
Yeah, what a pass. Colton Brewer doing so much for his team right now. Even defensively, that last situation where Mariemont scored stayed really, really solid. Colton having a great night.
And this game will end 56-24. So, Brian, real quick wrap up. Braves execute well tonight, play better defense, make better shot selections, multiple opportunities underneath the boards. That's the big difference between Tuesday night and tonight. I know you were scouting this team. As we talked before, the Braves, player for player, are probably better athletes.
Right. Yeah, but anytime you win by 32, Rob, you know, in a 32-minute game, I mean, you have to be doing a lot right. Yep. You know, you can be better and not have that kind of outcome. Braves just played a really, really solid game tonight. A lot of guys making contributions. Love the smiles on the faces. I hope they get in early tomorrow for practice. Well, I guess they got a game tomorrow night at Boone County. I almost wish they had practice instead, but another game day tomorrow. The kids will love it. Go down to Boone County, have a great night. League pressure is off. Go out there and just get better and play well. Then we're in the exam week, my man, and then it'll culminate with the big party we talked about next Friday here against Taylor.
We'll be back here Friday night bringing you the Taylor Indian Hill game. I'm Rob Young with Brian Shaw. Special thanks to Denny Dupps and all the crew, all volunteers bringing you this live game action. We'll see you next Friday night, folks. I'm Rob Young with Brian Shaw signing out of IHTN Sports Networks. Stay brave.
Exclusive coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network has been a copyrighted presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department.